The San Francisco Tech Gala smelled
You
like
look stunning
ambition and
tonight.
expensive perfume.
Thank you. You
Rain
look
streaked
very
the
handsome
floor-to-ceiling
yourself.
windows of the Fairmont penthouse while inside. Venture capitalists and startup founders pretended to care about renewable energy charities. Adrian Cross leaned against the bar, his gray three-piece suit perfectly tailored, but deliberately understated. At 34, he learned that real power didn't need to announce itself. Dark hair swept back from a face that had forgotten how to smile genuinely. Green eyes tracked the room with the weariness of someone who'd seen every angle, every con, every betrayal. He shouldn't have come. These events were performances, nothing more. Then the door opened, and she shattered his indifference. Sophia Martinez moved through the crowd wearing a simple emerald silk dress that caught the light with every step. No jewelry except small silver earrings. Dark hair pulled into a loose twist, a few strands escaping to frame her face. She looked lost, uncomfortable, real. Adrian's chest tightened. He knew exactly who she was. Vincent Martinez's daughter. The man who'd stolen his company, his reputation, his father's will to live. She shouldn't be here. Shouldn't exist in his world. That's her, isn't it? His business partner, Dev, materialized beside him. Martinez's kid. I see her. Then you see the problem. Adrian watched Sophia slip onto the balcony, arms wrapped around herself against the cold. The gesture cracked something inside him he thought he'd buried. Stay away from her, man. Vincent already destroyed you once. But Adrian was already moving. Outside, rain misted the air. Sophia stood at the railing, staring at the city lights below. Her shoulders trembled, though whether from cold or emotion, he couldn't tell. You hate these things too. She spun, eyes wide. In the dim light, he saw they were brown. Warm, despite everything. I don't know you. Yes, you do. Adrian stepped closer. You're Vincent Martinez's daughter. Which makes me Adrian Cross. Your father's favorite ghost story. Recognition flashed across her face, followed by something that looked like pain. I should go inside. But you won't. How do you know? Because you came out here for the same reason I followed you. We're both suffocating in there. Sophia's laugh was bitter. You don't know anything about me. I know your father raised you in a fortress made of lies and money. I know you probably don't have a single real friend. I know that dress costs less than anyone else's in that room because you're trying not to be noticed. Her jaw tightened. My father warned me about you. Said you were dangerous. A man who blames everyone else for his failures. And what do you think? I think she met his gaze directly, that you look exactly like someone who's lost everything. The honesty gutted him. Your father stole my AI startup. Buried my patents under legal warfare. My dad had a heart attack reading the settlement papers. So yes, I've lost everything. I'm sorry. The words sounded genuine. I didn't know the details. He never tells me anything. Why are you here, Sophia? He made me come. Said I needed to network, make connections. Her voice cracked. What he meant was find someone rich to marry. Someone who can give our family better political access. Adrian's anger shifted. You're a bargaining chip. I'm a daughter. That's all I've ever been allowed to be. Thunder rumbled overhead. Rain began to fall harder. Neither of them moved. We should go inside, Sophia whispered, but her feet stayed planted. We should. Adrian's hand lifted, almost touching her face before stopping. This is a mistake. What is? This. Us. Standing here like we're not supposed to be enemies. Are we? Her voice was barely audible. Enemies. Before he could answer, the balcony door slammed open. Vincent Martinez stood there, fury radiating from every inch of his 6-foot frame. Gray suit, red tie, face flushed with rage. Behind him, security guards waited. Get away from my daughter. Adrian didn't move. We were just talking. You don't talk. You infect. Vincent grabbed Sophia's arm, yanking her backward. You poison everything you touch. Dad, stop. Sophia tried to pull free. You're hurting me. I'm saving you. From him. From his pathetic attempts at revenge. Adrian's voice went deadly quiet. Let her go. Or what? You'll destroy me. Vincent laughed. You're already destroyed. I made sure of that. You stole everything. I took what should have been mine. Your father was weak. You're weaker. Sophia's eyes filled with tears. What is he talking about? Nothing, Vincent snarled. We're leaving. Now. He dragged her toward the door. Sophia looked back once, meeting Adrian's gaze. The connection between them felt like a wire pulled too tight, ready to snap. I'll find you, Adrian called after her. Vincent stopped, turned. His smile was venomous. If you come near her again, I'll bury you so deep, they'll never find the body. Stay away from my family. Then they were gone. Adrian stood in the rain, fists clenched, every muscle screaming to chase them. But he knew better. Vincent Martinez played chess with people's lives. One wrong move and everything burned. His phone buzzed. Unknown number. Meet me tomorrow. The address below. Come alone. Please. The message included a location. A coffee shop in the Mission District. Far from her father's world. Adrian stared at the screen, rain soaking through his suit. This was insane. Reckless. Exactly the kind of fire that consumed everything. He texted back one word. Yes. The coffee shop smelled like roasted beans and old books. Mismatched furniture, indie music playing low, college students buried in laptops. A world away from penthouse galas. Adrian arrived early, wearing jeans and a black Henley. Trying to blend in. Trying to pretend this was normal. Sophia appeared in the doorway 20 minutes late, wearing faded jeans, a cream sweater, and a burgundy jacket. Hair down, no makeup. She looked younger, more vulnerable. She slid into the seat across from him, hands shaking slightly. I wasn't sure you'd actually come, she said. I wasn't sure you were real. Adrian studied her face. Last night felt like a fever dream. My father was furious. Kept me locked in the house all night. Posted security outside my door. She laughed without humor. I'm 26 years old, and I had to sneak out through the service entrance like a teenager. Why risk it? Because I need to know the truth. About you. About him. About what really happened. Adrian's jaw tightened. You sure you want that? Some truths don't let you sleep anymore. I haven't slept well in years. He believed her. Saw it in the shadows under her eyes, the tension in her shoulders. 5 years ago, Adrian began, voice low, I created an AI platform that could predict market trends with 93% accuracy. Revolutionary tech. Your father approached me, said he wanted to invest, become a partner. Sophia leaned forward, listening. I trusted him. Gave him access to everything. Code, algorithms, business plans. Then one day, I woke up to find my company dissolved, my patents filed under Martinez Tech, my name buried under NDAs and legal threats. That's impossible. My father wouldn't. Your father, Adrian cut her off, is a corporate predator. He saw something valuable and took it. When my dad tried to fight back legally, Vincent crushed him. Bankrupted him. 3 months later, my father had a massive heart attack. Sophia's face had gone pale. When? 2 years ago. October 15th. She closed her eyes. I remember. Dad came home that day celebrating. Said he'd closed a major deal. We had champagne. The words hung between them like a blade. I'm going to be sick, she whispered. Adrian reached across the table, stopping just before touching her hand. I'm sorry. You asked for truth. I defended him. Last night. I believed him when he said you were lying, trying to use me for revenge. Maybe I am. She looked up sharply. Are you? Adrian held her gaze. I came here planning to be. Thought if I could get close to you, hurt you, I'd hurt him. Poetic justice. And now? Now I don't know what I'm doing. Because you're not what I expected. What did you expect? Someone cold. Entitled. His daughter. Adrian's voice softened. Not someone who looks at the world like it's a cage. Sophia's eyes filled with tears. He's controlled every part of my life. Where I go to school. Who I talk to. What I study. I'm not a person to him. I'm an asset. A chess piece. Leave. I can't. He has everything. My trust fund, my passport, even my phone is monitored. I managed to buy this burner yesterday. She pulled out a cheap flip phone. If he knew I was here, what would he do? I don't know anymore. That's what terrifies me. She wiped her eyes roughly. You should hate me. I'm his blood. I tried to. Adrian finally took her hand. The contact sent electricity through his veins. I can't. This is crazy. Completely. If we do this, if we keep seeing each other, people will get hurt. I know. Sophia squeezed his hand. Then why does this feel like the first real choice I've ever made? Before Adrian could answer, his phone rang. Dev's name flashed on screen. He answered. Where are you? Dev's voice was tight with panic. Coffee shop. Why? Vincent Martinez just held a press conference. He's announcing a merger with Quantum Dynamics. Says they've developed AI technology that will revolutionize the market. Adrian's blood ran cold. What AI technology? Your tech man. He's rebranding your stolen work and selling it to the highest bidder. Sophia watched Adrian's face go from shock to rage. What's wrong? He showed her the live stream on his phone. Vincent Martinez stood at a podium, smiling that shark smile, announcing technology that Adrian had bled for. That's my father, Sophia breathed. But that's not his technology. He doesn't have the expertise to. It's mine. Every line of code. Every algorithm. Oh God. Adrian stood abruptly. I have to go. I have to stop this. Wait. Sophia grabbed his arm. If you go public now, he'll destroy you. He has lawyers, resources, connections. You'll lose everything again. I already have nothing to lose. You have me. The words stopped him cold. He turned back to her, seeing the fear and determination warring in her expression. If you help me fight him, Adrian said slowly, there's no going back. He'll disown you. Cut you off. Maybe worse. Good. I'm tired of being his puppet. Sophia. I have access to his files. His private servers. Everything. Her voice steadied with resolve. I can get you proof. Real evidence that he stole your work. Adrian's mind raced. That's corporate espionage. If you're caught, then I'm caught. But at least I'll have done something that matters. Something real. He searched her face. Saw the same recklessness, the same desperation for freedom that he felt. You're sure? No. But I'm doing it anyway. Adrian pulled her close, pressing his forehead to hers. The gesture was intimate, desperate. This is going to get ugly. It already is ugly. Let's make it mean something. They held each other in the middle of the coffee shop, two people about to step off a cliff together. Adrian's phone buzzed again. This time, a text from an unknown number. I know you're with her. Tell my daughter to come home. Now. Or I start making calls that end your pathetic little tech career permanently. You have 1 hour. VM. He showed Sophia the message. Her jaw set. He's tracking my location somehow. We need to move. Now. They ran. Adrian's apartment was bare bones. Industrial loft in Soma, exposed brick, minimal furniture. The life of someone who'd stopped caring about comfort. Sophia paced near the windows, burner phone clutched in her hand. Outside, fog rolled through the streets like smoke. He'll send people looking, she said. Security. Private investigators. Let him. Adrian pulled out his laptop. We need to move fast. Can you access his servers remotely? Maybe. He changes passwords weekly, but I know his patterns. She sat beside him, fingers flying across the keyboard. He thinks I'm too naive to notice. But I've been watching. Learning. Adrian watched her work. The concentration on her face, the determination. She wasn't who he'd thought she was. Got it. She pulled up folder after folder. Code repositories, patent applications, legal documents. All dated after Vincent had destroyed Adrian's company. That's it, Adrian breathed. That's everything he stole. Sophia downloaded files onto an encrypted drive. There's more. Financial records. Emails discussing the acquisition. He knew exactly what he was doing. Planned it for months. Adrian's hands clenched into fists. He looked my father in the eye and lied. Shook his hand while planning to destroy him. That's who he is. Sophia's voice broke. I've seen him do it to others. I just never wanted to believe he'd be that ruthless. She kept typing, pulling more evidence. Then she stopped. Went pale. What is it? There's another folder. Hidden behind triple encryption. Her hands shook as she opened it. Oh no. Oh God, no. Adrian looked at the screen. Email threads. Financial transfers. Medical records. His father's medical records. What am I looking at? Adrian's voice was hollow. Sophia's tears fell onto the keyboard. He didn't just bankrupt your father. He bribed the insurance company to deny his cardiac medication claims. Made sure your dad couldn't afford treatment. The room tilted. Adrian gripped the desk, trying to breathe. He killed him. Vincent didn't just destroy his business. He murdered him. I'm so sorry, Sophia sobbed. I'm so sorry. Adrian stood abruptly, walked to the window. Stared out at the city that suddenly felt too small to contain his rage. This ends him, he said quietly. We take this to the FBI. Corporate fraud, manslaughter, racketeering. He'll spend the rest of his life in prison. Yes. Sophia wiped her face. We do it together. Adrian turned to her. Saw the fear, the guilt, the grief written across her features. She was choosing him over everything she'd ever known. I need air, he said. Just 10 minutes to clear my head. Then we call my lawyer. Okay. Sophia nodded. I'll finish downloading everything. He kissed her forehead, a gesture of gratitude and something deeper. Then left. The roof access was 2 floors up. Adrian emerged into the fog, gulping cold air. His father's face flashed through his mind. The proud man reduced to a shell, dying in a hospital bed while Vincent Martinez celebrated. His phone rang. Unknown number. Hello. Adrian Cross. We need to talk. The voice was female, professional, cold. Who is this? Special Agent Rebecca Torres, FBI White Collar Division. I understand you have evidence regarding Vincent Martinez. Adrian's pulse quickened. How did you? We've been building a case against him for 18 months. But we need someone on the inside. Someone with access. I'm listening. Sophia Martinez has been working with us for 6 weeks, feeding us information about her father's illegal activities. She's our asset, Mr. Cross. And you're jeopardizing everything. The world stopped. What? She made contact with you deliberately. Her father didn't drag her to that gala. She chose to be there. Chose to approach you. Everything that's happened has been orchestrated. You're lying. Am I? Ask yourself why she knew exactly where to find his hidden files. Why she could crack his encryption so easily. Why she's been so eager to help you. Adrian's mind raced. The coffee shop. Her tears. The perfect timing of everything. She's using you to make Vincent sloppy, Torres continued. Emotional. He's more likely to make mistakes when he thinks his daughter is in danger. We needed someone he'd see as a threat. You were perfect. I don't believe you. Then ask her. But do it fast. Because we're moving on Martinez tonight, with or without your cooperation. The line went dead. Adrian stood frozen, fog swirling around him. Every moment with Sophia replayed. Every touch, every word, every tear. Had any of it been real? He descended the stairs slowly, each step heavier than the last. Pushed open his apartment door. Sophia sat on the couch, laptop closed. When she looked up, guilt was written across her face. You talked to Agent Torres, she said quietly. So it's true. Let me explain. Was any of it real? Adrian's voice cracked. The coffee shop. You crying about your father. Us. Sophia stood, reaching for him. The feelings are real. Everything I told you about my life, my father, that's all true. But yes, the FBI approached me 2 months ago. Said if I helped them, they'd protect me when everything came down. And I was what? Bait? No. You were, she stopped. Started again. At first, yes. They knew my father would react if he thought we were together. But then I met you, really met you, and everything changed. I don't believe you. Adrian, please. You used me. Used my grief, my anger, my feelings for you. He laughed bitterly. God, I'm an idiot. I was going to tell you. Tonight. After we secured the evidence. How noble. Sophia's eyes filled with tears. I'm falling in love with you. That wasn't part of the plan. That was never supposed to happen. Love. Adrian stepped back. You don't even know what that word means. You're your father's daughter after all. You just wear a better mask. The words hit her like a physical blow. That's not fair. Fair? You want to talk about fair? Adrian grabbed his jacket. Give your evidence to the FBI. Put your father away. I don't care anymore. But stay away from me. Where are you going? Somewhere you're not. He walked toward the door. Sophia grabbed his arm, desperation in her grip. Don't do this. We can still stop him. Together. Adrian pulled free. There is no together. There never was. He left her standing there, tears streaming down her face, surrounded by evidence that would destroy her family. Outside, rain had started again. Adrian walked without direction, without purpose. His phone buzzed continuously. Sophia calling, texting, begging him to come back. He threw the phone into a trash can. Behind him, he didn't see the black SUV that had been following him for 3 blocks. Didn't see the doors open. Didn't see Vincent Martinez's security team until they had him surrounded. And by then, it was too late. Adrian woke to darkness and the smell of expensive leather. His head throbbed where they'd hit him. Hands zip-tied behind his back. Lights flared on. He was in an office. Massive windows overlooking the bay. Modern furniture, abstract art on the walls. Vincent Martinez's private sanctuary. Vincent sat behind his desk, wearing a charcoal suit and an expression of mild irritation. Like Adrian was a pest, nothing more. Finally awake. Good. Vincent poured 2 glasses of scotch. We need to have a conversation. Go to hell. Colorful. My daughter said you had spirit. Vincent slid 1 glass across the desk, just out of reach. Shame you're so predictable. What do you want? To make you an offer. 1 time only. Vincent leaned back in his leather chair. You disappear. Tonight. Take this briefcase. He gestured to a case on the floor. $5 million. Cash. Leave the country, change your name, start over somewhere nice. Adrian laughed harshly. You think you can buy me off? I think you're smart enough to know when you've lost. The FBI has nothing without Sophia's testimony. And Sophia won't testify. You're delusional. She hates you. She's conflicted. There's a difference. Vincent's smile was sharp. She's my daughter. Blood matters. When it comes down to it, she'll choose family. She always does. You don't know her. I created her. Molded her. Every decision she's made, I've allowed. Including this little rebellion with you. Adrian's stomach dropped. What are you talking about? Did you really think I didn't know about the FBI? About Sophia's cooperation? Vincent stood, walked to the windows. I've known for 5 weeks. Been feeding her false evidence, watching her movements. She led them exactly where I wanted them to look. That's impossible. Is it? Ask yourself why the evidence she gave you is so easy to find. Why my encryption was suddenly vulnerable. Why everything fell into place so perfectly. Vincent turned back. Because I wanted you to find it. Adrian's mind reeled. Why? To identify the leak in my organization. To test Sophia's loyalty. And to eliminate you once and for all. Vincent checked his watch. In 30 minutes, federal agents will raid my office. They'll find nothing but carefully constructed decoys. Meanwhile, the real evidence of my activities is already destroyed. Sophia will tell them the truth. Will she? When she finds out you rejected her, called her a liar, compared her to me. Vincent's expression was almost pitiful. She's already broken, Adrian. You finished the job. Guilt crashed through Adrian's chest. Where is she? Safe. At home. Under sedation. Her doctor prescribed something for her anxiety attack. Vincent's tone was casual, discussing the weather. She'll wake up tomorrow with no clear memory of tonight. Trauma does that sometimes. You drugged your own daughter? I protected her. From you. From herself. From consequences she's not strong enough to face. Vincent picked up a remote. A screen descended from the ceiling, showing security footage. Sophia, unconscious in her bedroom. A doctor checking her vitals. Guards outside her door. You're a monster. I'm a father. Sometimes they're the same thing. Vincent switched off the screen. So here's your choice. Take the money. Disappear. Or I make one phone call, and you're arrested for corporate espionage, breaking and entering, and assault. I didn't assault anyone. Says you. But I have 3 witnesses who'll swear you attacked them tonight. Self-defense, really. Tragic misunderstanding. Adrian stared at him. Saw the calculation, the complete absence of empathy. This was a man who'd murdered his father without hesitation. Why not just kill me? Adrian asked. Seems cleaner. Because I want you to live with this. To know you had a chance at revenge and failed. To remember that you'll spend the rest of your life running, looking over your shoulder, knowing I won. Vincent smiled. Death would be too kind. The office door opened. Agent Torres walked in, but she wasn't wearing her FBI jacket anymore. Just a business suit. Adrian's blood ran cold. You. Hello, Mr. Cross. Torres nodded to Vincent. Everything's arranged. Excellent work, Rebecca. You're not FBI, Adrian said numbly. Oh, I am. Just not here on bureau business. Torres placed a fake badge on Vincent's desk. Consider my debt paid. Paid generously. Vincent handed her an envelope. Always a pleasure. Torres left without another glance at Adrian. Let me guess, Adrian said bitterly. You own her too. I own everyone who matters. That's how power works. Vincent cut Adrian's zip ties. Clock's ticking. Take the money or take your chances with my version of events. Adrian stood on shaking legs. Looked at the briefcase. $5 million. His ticket to freedom. Or surrender. He walked to the window. Down below, the city glittered. Somewhere out there, Sophia was unconscious, alone, trapped in her father's golden cage. If I take this, Adrian said slowly, what happens to her? She wakes up tomorrow, recovers from her unfortunate breakdown, and continues her life. Eventually, she marries someone suitable. Forgets you ever existed. And if I don't? Then I destroy you both. She goes down as an accomplice to your crimes. Federal charges. Prison time. Her life ruined because she was stupid enough to trust you. Adrian closed his eyes. Saw Sophia's face in the coffee shop. The hope. The fear. The desperate need to be free. She'd used him. Lied to him. But she'd also chosen him over everything. And he'd thrown it back in her face. There's a third option, Adrian said. I'm listening. I take the money. I disappear. But you let her go. Really let her go. No more control. No more guards. You give her access to her trust fund and her passport. She gets to live her own life. Vincent laughed. Why would I agree to that? Because I have copies. Of everything. Adrian pulled a flash drive from his pocket. The one Sophia hadn't known about. The one he'd made while she was downloading files. Real evidence. Not your decoys. Stored in 3 separate cloud locations with dead man switches. If anything happens to me or Sophia, it all goes public. FBI, SEC, every major news outlet. Vincent's smile faded. You're bluffing. Try me. See what happens. Silence stretched between them. Vincent's jaw worked, rage and calculation warring behind his eyes. You'd give up your revenge. Your justice. For her. Yes. After what she did to you? After what we did to each other. Adrian met his gaze steadily. She deserves to be free. Even if it's not with me. Vincent studied him for a long moment. Then nodded slowly. Fine. She gets her freedom. You get your exile. And we never see each other again. Agreed. If you ever contact her. I won't. Adrian's voice broke. I can't. Vincent wrote something on a piece of paper. Slid it across. These are her new account numbers. Unrestricted access. She'll have everything she needs. Adrian pocketed the paper. Picked up the briefcase. It felt heavier than $5 million should. One more thing, he said at the door. Tell her I'm sorry. Tell her I understand why she did it. And tell her that loving her was the only real thing I've ever done. I'll tell her you took the money and ran. Like the coward you are. Adrian smiled sadly. Yeah, that works too. He walked out of Vincent Martinez's office, out of the building, into the rain-soaked streets. Behind him, he left his revenge. His father's justice. His future. But somewhere in that house, Sophia would wake up free. And that would have to be enough. 6 months later, Adrian sat at a beachside cafe in Lisbon, laptop open, untouched espresso cooling beside him. The Atlantic stretched endlessly before him, gray and restless under October clouds. He tried to start over. New name, new country, new life. But every sunset looked wrong. Every woman's laugh in the street made him turn, hoping. It never was her. His phone buzzed. An email from an address he didn't recognize. No subject line. Just a link to a news article. Martinez tech CEO arrested on federal charges. Adrian's hands shook as he read. Vincent Martinez in handcuffs. FBI agents raiding his office. Charges of corporate fraud, racketeering, and manslaughter. The evidence had come from an anonymous source. Detailed, irrefutable, devastating. His phone rang. Unknown number. Hello. It's me. Sophia's voice. After 6 months of silence, it hit him like a physical blow. How did you get this number? I'm very good at finding things. A pause. Did you see the news? Just now. Was it you? It was us. Your flash drive. I found copies in your apartment after you left. Spent 6 months building a case with real FBI agents. Not my father's puppets. Adrian's chest ached. Sophia, I'm so sorry. For everything I said. For not trusting you. You had every reason not to. I lied. I used you. Even if my feelings became real, the foundation was broken. Where are you? San Francisco. Testifying at his trial next month. He'll spend the rest of his life in prison. Her voice wavered. I'm free. Really free. That's good. That's what you deserved. Adrian? Yeah. I used the trust fund. Started a foundation. For families destroyed by corporate fraud. First recipient was a scholarship program in your father's name. Tears blurred Adrian's vision. You didn't have to do that. Yes, I did. I can't undo what my family took from you. But I can try to honor what you gave me. Freedom. Choice. A chance to be more than what I was born into. You were always more than that. Silence stretched between them, filled with everything unsaid. I need to tell you something, Sophia said softly. That night, when you left, my father didn't sedate me. I fought back. For the first time in my life, I fought him. Security had to physically restrain me. God, Sophia. When I finally got free and found you gone, I thought I'd lost everything. But then I found your flash drives. Read your notes. Realized what you'd done. Her voice broke. You traded your revenge for my freedom. I couldn't let him destroy you. Why? Because I loved you. Love you. Even when I hated myself for it. A sharp intake of breath. Past or present tense? What? You said loved. Then love. Which is it? Adrian stared out at the ocean. Thought about the life he'd built here. Safe. Distant. Empty. Present, he whispered. Always present. Then come home. His heart stopped. Sophia. I know we're broken. I know trust is shattered. I know we hurt each other in ways that might never fully heal. She was crying now. But I also know that 6 months ago, we chose each other over everything. And I'm choosing you again. Right now. If you'll have me. Your father is in prison awaiting trial. He can't hurt us anymore. The past will always be complicated. But maybe we can build something new. Something real. Starting with the truth that we're both damaged and we both care anyway. Adrian closed his laptop. Looked at the one-way ticket to New York he'd been staring at for days. Unable to move forward. Unable to go back. I'm scared, he admitted. Me too. Terrified, actually. What if we destroy each other? What if we save each other instead? Adrian laughed through tears. That's optimistic. I'm trying something new. He could hear her smile. Hope. It's unfamiliar, but I'm learning. He stood, walking toward the water. Waves crashed against the rocks below, relentless and beautiful and destructive all at once. Like love. Like them. There's a flight from Lisbon tonight, he said. Gets into San Francisco at 6 a.m. I'll be waiting. Gate 52. I'll be wearing my burgundy jacket and probably crying. Sophia? Yeah. This doesn't fix everything. I know. We have so much to work through. So much damage. I know that too. but I'm coming home." Her sob of relief echoed through the phone. "Thank you. Thank you for choosing me again." "Always," Adrian said. "Even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard." They stayed on the line, neither wanting to disconnect. Finally, Sophia spoke. "Adrian? One more thing." "What?" "When you get here, when you walk through that gate, I'm going to kiss you in front of everyone. Fair warning." He smiled genuinely for the first time in 6 months. "I'm counting on it. I love you. I know I don't deserve to say it after everything, but I do. I love you too. And we'll figure out the rest as we go. Together. Together." Adrian hung up, immediately calling the airline. Changed his ticket. Packed in 20 minutes. Left everything that didn't matter. The cab ride to the airport felt like flying already. At gate 52, 12 hours later, exhausted and wired and terrified, he scanned the crowd. Then he saw her. Sophia stood near the windows wearing that burgundy jacket and faded jeans. Hair down. No makeup. Tears streaming down her face. When their eyes met, the world contracted to just that moment. All the pain, all the mistakes, all the broken pieces between them. She ran. He ran. They collided in the middle of the terminal, holding each other like drowning people finding shore. Her face buried in his neck. His arms wrapped around her waist, lifting her off the ground. "You came," she sobbed. "I couldn't stay away. Tried. Failed spectacularly." She pulled back, cupping his face in her hands. "We're a disaster. Completely. This won't be easy. Nothing worth having ever is." Then she kissed him. Soft and desperate and tasting like salt and coffee and second chances. Around them, strangers smiled. Somewhere, an announcement called for boarding. The world kept turning. But right here, right now, two broken people chose to be broken together. And somehow, impossibly, that felt like healing. Adrian pulled back just enough to whisper against her lips. "Where do we go from here?" Sophia smiled through tears. "Anywhere. Everywhere. As long as it's together. Even if we fall apart again? Even then. We'll just keep putting each other back together. Over and over. Until we get it right." He kissed her forehead, her cheeks, her lips. Memorizing the moment. The smell of her perfume. The feeling of her heartbeat against his chest. "I'm sorry it took so long," he said. "You're here now. That's what matters." They stood in that airport, holding each other as morning light spilled through the windows. Two people who'd lost everything and found each other in the wreckage. It wasn't a fairy tale ending. There would be hard conversations ahead. Therapy. Trust rebuilt slowly, carefully. Scars that might never fully fade. But they would face it together. Two imperfect people choosing love over fear. Choosing each other over everything else. Outside, San Francisco waited. A city of fog and bridges and second chances. Inside, Adrian and Sophia began again. Not at the beginning. Not at the end. But somewhere in the beautiful, messy middle of two lives finally learning how to be free. The end.